Hi, today I will be doing strategy number 19 in our social studies strategies textbook on page 78, flannel boards. The standard, well, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about flannel boards. Telling social studies on a flannel board helps young students connect with characters through the use of a manipulative. As they learn the story and its embedded concepts, students have a visual connection to the events recounted. I don't have a flannel board made, but I have some instructions here that I took from the textbook. And it says that you can either purchase or make your own flannel board. I will also be posting a YouTube video link so you guys can see how or what the flannel board looks like. If you want to make your own flannel board, you will need a piece of flocked cloth or flannel large enough to completely cover a piece of plywood or cardboard and fold over to the back. After trimming off excess fabric, use glue to attach the flannel to the back of the board and keep the flannel stretched tightly across the front. The Colorado standards I would use to teach or to use this strategy would be first grade standards, standard number 4, civics, notable people, places, holidays, and patriotic symbols. D, identify significant holidays. And to engage my students, I would find and read a book or story of interest to my class. For example, at this time of the year, I would read a Thanksgiving story. For today's lesson, I chose the book, The Thanksgiving Story by Alice Dalglish. And as you can see, it is a Caldecott Honor book. For the explore part of my lesson, I would have my students draw, paint, or cut out pictures of the main characters in the story and mount them on heavy cardstock paper and glue them or use Velcro to glue the pictures so they can stick to the flannel. I would read this story aloud to my students, and I will show you why. It would be a first grade classroom, and it is kind of long. As you can see, there's a lot of pictures in the story, but there's too many words for a first grader to be able to read in a class period. I mean, if you want to take more time, we could. You probably could maybe take 2 days to complete this lesson because it's a pretty long book. For the explain part of my lesson, I would have students work in groups of 3 to 4. They would have to, during the work time, students will take turns to tell what happened at the beginning, middle, and end. So they would be retelling the story to each other in their groups. To elaborate, after students have had time to retell the story within their group, each group will get a part. I will assign a part for them to retell to the whole class. For example, I would tell one group that they would be doing the beginning, and then the other group will be doing the middle, and then the other one would be doing the end. And they would have to present this to the whole class. To evaluate my students, I would evaluate my students' comprehension and retelling skills by listening to them as they retell either the beginning, the middle, or the end of the story. And I would also have my students kind of like grouped. I would have probably 6 groups within the classroom, and I would name them Group 1A, Group 1B, Group 1C, and then Group 2A, 2B, and 2C. And Group A, B, and C will have to really be listening because they will be asked to draw or write what the other group said or how they retold the beginning, the middle, or the end. So group 1A will be in charge of retelling the beginning, and then group 1B would be retelling the middle, and then group 1C would be retelling the end. So this would make them really be listening at least to 2 other groups, so they can get and understand what happened in the story. And probably before I would have to read the story maybe twice during the lesson, if not more than 2 times, because it's a pretty long story. Or maybe just choose parts of the story, or so it wouldn't be that long. Maybe just the most important parts of the beginning, the most important parts of the middle, and the most important parts of the end, because it is a pretty long story. But that's it.